Good evening, folks. It is football time. Welcome to Lewis Central High School, Titan Field. This is Burke Swenson calling the game tonight, a District 9 finale here. Beautiful night, absolutely. If you think of football weather, we got it tonight. No rain, nothing to deal with, just nice, cool temperatures, a beautiful, crisp Friday night lights evening, and away we go. Your undefeated Lewis Central Titans take the field here as I speak. 4-0 in district play, 8-0 overall, ranked number 2 in the state of Iowa, playing host to ADM, the ADM Tigers from Adele, DeSoto, Minburn. Adele comes in 5-3 overall, but 1-3 in district play. So Lewis Central essentially has got the district championship wrapped up, which assures a playoff spot and a playoff home game next week, which we'll get into a little bit more later on. Let's learn a little bit about the teams tonight. Lewis Central, 8-0, is averaging, now folks get this, averaging 49.75 points a game, averaging 50 points a game while only giving up less than 10, 9.6 points a game. So high-powered offense, of course, led by Max Duggan, and I ran some numbers there just for curiosity's sake here. Lewis Central this year has amassed 3,392 yards of total offense, so 3,300 yards, just under shy of 34. Max has accounted for 2,350 of those via his passing and his running. Max has thrown for 1,566 yards and rushed. He's the leading rusher for Lewis Central with 784. So there's any wonder why he's a four-star prospect, why he's headed to TCU, and why TCU could not be happier about it. There is your answer. You're going to see two spread teams tonight. ADM will spread the ball out, very similar to what Lewis Central does. ADM has thrown the ball 193 times this year and rushed it 315. So it's almost a 2-to-1 ratio there. They've rushed for 1,610 yards and thrown for 1,343 yards. So they got some offense there. The stats that jumped out to me is in their passing game, they only have 7 touchdowns passing the ball and 6 interceptions on the year. So not a terribly great ratio. Now, why do I bring that up? So they've thrown 7 touchdowns. They've thrown 6 interceptions. Lewis Central has 3 quarterbacks that have recorded passes this year. Lewis Central has thrown 21 touchdowns and 0 interceptions, folks. 0. So that tells you that Coach Duggan, being the stickler he is about precise throws, about making your read correctly, about putting the ball in a safe spot that your receiver can make the play, is held true and, of course, led by his son. So we've got a bunch of stats to get to. We've got a bunch of great athletes on the field. We've got Drake Nettles, our ballyhooed kicker, who just this week committed to Iowa State. Could not be happier for Drake. Not only that he's going to get an opportunity to play Division I football, but at Iowa State, a school I respect a ton, a coaching staff, Matt Campbell's staff there that I respect a ton, and that's coming from a Husker fan there, folks. So, hey, we're going to kick the ball off. Here it is. The ball's going to be fielded by Dane Norville. He's going to come up the field, cut across. He's got a lane. He's going to go up the middle. He's got the edge. He has a blocker. Now it's a foot race. It's Dane and one to beat, and I think he's going to get there, and he is. Welcome to Friday Night Lights, folks. Just like that, your Titans go up 6-0. Taking the opening kickoff all the way back for a touchdown. What a fantastic play. Great job by Coach Bond's special teams blocking. There was a huge lane for Dane to get through. He picked up one final block he needed on the kicker, and then it was a foot race the rest of the way. On is Drake Nettles to kick. Jonah Pomeranke with the hold. Here's your snap, here's the hold, here's the kick, and it's good. To give you an idea, folks, of just how good Drake has been on the season, for his PATs, Drake is now 51 of 52 making PATs. I call him automatic, and it is. Field goal-wise, pretty much the same thing for Drake. He is 6 of 7 on the year with a long 54. That was just an incredible kickoff. And of his kickoffs, Drake has had 56 of the 68 for touchbacks. So just an incredible weapon that Drake adds to this already electric team. ADM has had kickoff returns. They only have one athlete listed, Cody Anderson. I want to say a welcome to the ADM fans. I know our social media specialist, Josh Allen, tweeted out the link for tonight's game and tagged ADM's school in it. So we hope some of you ADM fans that weren't able to make the trip are able to join in and watch as we go. We've got Megan Dermody filming for us. I think you'll be incredibly pleased with the video quality of what we got. Pete Norville is running our analytics and several of the things that we've got going behind the scenes. And again, this is Burke Swenson calling the action. So here we go, Drake with the kick. This one's actually going to be a shallow one returned. He's going to cut across the field. Nice little return. He's going to get up past the 25, just shy of the 30. So, with that nice return there, ADM's going to have pretty decent field position to start the game here. They're going to have the ball to 27. If you're just joining us, ADM is in the all-white with the red helmets, moving left to right on your screen. Titans are in their all-blue. Got a bunch set up the top. Quarterback's going to roll, throw to the flat. It's going to be complete. And a nice little gain there on first down.
Normal on the tackle brings up second down.
Get a number here for you. So that was to Nathan Conrad. Nice little pass to the flat there, a little play action. ADM will stay spread, 4 wide. Pistol set. Here's the snap. Going to be an inside handoff to the running back, and he's going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Might even lose just a little bit on that. Going to be hard running for ADM up the middle. You got Logan Jones in the middle, the outstanding junior with several Power 5 football offers already. ADM's going to stick in that little kind of bunch set up to the top. They're going to try and get a sweep across, and they do. So basically what they did there, folks, is they put 3 receivers on the edge, and all of them just end up being linemen. They all basically block down, and the quarterback just tries to get around the edge, and he does successfully to move the stick. So first down for ADM. They'll go with 3 wide, kind of 2 back look. They're going to throw the ball, this one high.
Ball was intended for Conrad. Ball's incomplete.
Throwing on the year.
Brings up second down.
Tate Stonesmith is their quarterback. He's throwing the overwhelming majority of the plays. Going to be a play action to the right. He rolls right. Some pressure. We had an outside linebacker coming off the edge there. Was clearly held, but nothing called. Ball fouls incomplete. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Third down.
Coach Hannafin would like to get this stopped here or get that ball punted back to the offense. ADM's going to stay with, I'm going to call it a 4 wide. They've got a receiver right off the edge there. He's going to step up, pressure from behind. Quarterback's going to scramble, but he's not going to make it. Gain of about 4 is going to bring up a 4th and long.
On the stop for the Titans brings up a 4th down.
So the ball's going to be spotted at the 44-yard line. ADM on to punt.
Steinsmith back in punt formation for the Tigers.
So Josh Simmons back to return. Josh has had some electric ones. This one right to him. That can't be what they wanted. Josh is going to try and go sideways. He's going to cut back, slips a tackle, slips another. It was about 1 tackle away from having a big play there. Nice coverage on the field by ADM there. Josh didn't really have anywhere to go on that. And so that will set up a 1st and 10 from the 35. Ball's going to be spotted on the far hash. So out will come this electric offense. Max will be in the shotgun all night tonight. Titans will vary kind of between a 3 receiver, 2-back set and a 4 wide. 4 wide is what we've got here now. Twins to both sides. Here's the snap. Max to throw. Guns a quick out to Fedoni. It doesn't look like much, folks, but that quick little pass play is safe, it's efficient, and that right there is a gain of 6. On first down, there's not a play caller in the world won't take that. That sets up a 2nd and 4. And now we'll see the 2-back set. So the second back in there is what we call an H-back. It's kind of like a fullback tight end hybrid. Max to throw again. Throws the out this way. Josh Simmons looks to break a tackle. Josh got a little too fancy on that one. Makes the catch. Tried to make a move, but instead is brought down. Now the catch is enough since he caught it at 5. That's going to move the sticks. Give us a first down. So far, it appears that ADM's pretty adept at tackling here. There haven't been very many missed tackles by this squad on that punt return or on that pass play there. Trips to the far side. Max looks to the sideline for the play call. Here's the snap. Inside handoff to Gittens, and he's going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage, if not for a slight loss. And that is going to be a slight loss, a loss of about a yard. Well, now they move the marker back, so they're going to keep it at the 35, but ADM was ready for that one. Max back in the pistol. He's got 2 backs with him this time. Going to throw. Gets pressure. Moves to his right. He's going to fire downfield. He's got Josh Simmons. There's Josh with the catch. They just make it look so easy, folks. I can't tell you how hard it is to, on a scramble drill, find a man downfield. Josh breaks away. And just like that, 40 yards downfield, and the Titans are just outside of the 20. Or just inside the 20. So, just like that, Titans put themselves in scoring position. This is well within Drake's field goal range, but Titans are going to look for more, try and put 7 on the board. 3 receivers, 2 backs, motion across. Here's the jet sweep to Dane Norville. Comes off the left, gets a block. Not able to shed 1 tackle there. Well defended by ADM. You can tell ADM is pretty well coached up here defensively. They all the things that Lewis Central's been able to make kind of a living on this fall, and they're going to keep doing it. But the ADM's had an answer for most of the things here. Gain of 2. That won't be the last jet sweep. They'll keep pushing that with Dane. He'll pop one here before we're all said and done. They're going to go 4 wide, trips to the far side. Max with the inside handoff to Gittens. He bounces left, makes a cut, and he's in for the touchdown, folks. There it is. They're just going to keep trying, keep picking away at it. ADM might stop a couple, but they're not going to stop them all. And just like that, with 7:35 to go in this first half, Titans are up 13-0 and about to be 14 when Drake comes out and puts this one through. Drake gets set. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. And our kick is good.
Neville's kick is good. 7:35 left in the first quarter. Your Titans are up 14.
All right, folks. So we'll take a short break here and thank some of the folks that have volunteered to sponsor our broadcast. We've got playoff football coming up, and to be able to bring you video and audio, we had to pay a fee to the state of Iowa, the Boys Association, to be able to do that. And so we had some incredibly generous people step up and offer to sponsor our playoffs, so we want to thank them and get that going here. So we'll start tonight with AirServe. Thanks to Travis Waldstein and AirServe Heating and Cooling, servicing AC and heating systems in Council Bluffs, Glenwood, Trainer, and more. AirServe.
Nettles places the ball on
All right, that familiar song means that the Titans are ready to kick off and have just scored a touchdown. There's the whistle from the official, so Drake will mark off his steps and go. Drake says he's ready. Here comes the kick. We'll see if this one is able to make it to the end zone or not. There's a wind blowing in, knocking these down. Yep, this one's going to return about the 12. He's going to head toward the middle, breaks a tackle, and then brought down by a host of Titans. Gets out to the 30. So two very decent returns for ADM, sets them up with pretty good starting field position. As I was saying earlier, Tate Stein-Smith is the quarterback for ADM, and he's also one of their leading rushers. Yardage-wise, he is the leading rusher, so you'll see him carry the ball quite a bit. Very similar to what Max is doing on our offense. Nicholas Bradshaw is the next running back in terms of yardage for ADM. So ADM's going to spread the field way out, stack receivers. They're going to go an inside handoff and right into the waiting arms of Logan Jones.
Bradshaw on the carry for the Tigers. No gain on the play, second down.
All right, so no gain on the play, going to set up a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the spread look here. Here's the snap, going to be a throw. They're going to run a tunnel screen underneath. So tunnel screen, what they did there, folks, is they had everybody of the 3 receivers. They had the 2 inside receivers block out, and they brought the outside receiver down the line of scrimmage to try and catch a screen. We call it a tunnel screen. Creates kind of a tunnel look. The key to that is you've got to catch the ball behind the line of scrimmage in order for people to be downfield blocking. So the incompletion sets up a 3rd and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback going to roll to his left. Going to try and throw. He's going to have plenty of pressure. Throws the ball away. Yeah, they're going to say incomplete. I believe the official marked incomplete. So interesting concept there. Obviously, the left side of the field was the wide side, but you've got a right-handed quarterback. Really hard for a right-handed quarterback to roll left and throw, especially when he's got pressure. So Coach Hannafin's defense does its job. It's going to get that ball back to the powerful Titan offense. Here's the snap. The kick is away. This one a little bit better kick. Josh is going to let this go, and it's going to take a favorable Tiger bounce. Nice punt. This is going to roll all the way inside the 10 and be downed. We'll see where they officially mark it, but I believe he's got it marked at about the 6. So what a tremendous job special teams-wise for ADM. Ball hung just enough to allow the ADM defenders to get down there so that Josh wasn't able to make a play on that ball. So with that now, Titans will have to march the majority of the field if they want to hit pay dirt on this one. Titans will go with their 3-receiver, 2-back set. Here's the snap. Inside handoff to Gittens. Going to get it out to about the 10. Nice little gain on 1st down.
Bradshaw on the stop for the Tigers.
Clock continues to roll. We're down to 6:17 and counting here in the first quarter. Titans leading 14-0. Calvin Fricky in now at running back. Mike Gittens will come out. Titans will stay in that 2-back, 3-wide receiver set. Here's the snap. Max to throw. He's going to fire to his right. Wide open. Dane Norville just runs a simple hitch, and that hitch turns into a 1st down. There's the beauty of this offense, folks. You got a quarterback that could put the ball anywhere with high velocity. You've got multiple receivers who are able to catch virtually any pass he throws. And just like that, they are climbing out of the shadow of that end zone. Ball's already all the way out near the 20. 1st and 10. Titans will stick with this 2-back, 3-receiver set. Here's the snap. Max is going to keep it off the left side, and he's got some room. Max is going to cut back. He's going to slip a tackle, and now it's a foot race, and it's not going to matter. Max is going to take it all the way for the touchdown.
For an 83-yard touchdown run for your Titans.
Just like that, 83 yards later, and Max is in the end zone. That, folks, is why they're averaging 50 points a game. Averaging 50 points a game. That's also the reason that Max is our leading rusher. So Max coming into tonight with 784 yards. He just added 83 to that. So Max closing in on 1,000 yards, which you add the playoffs in, you got to believe he's going to definitely rush for 1,000, in addition to throwing for nearly 2,000 before it's all said and done, if not more. So with 5:07 to go, your Titans leading 21-0. We want to thank Heartland Properties, the Heartland Properties team dedicated to putting their experience and local knowledge to work for you in all steps of your real estate transaction. From start to finish, Heartland Properties. All right, so ADM is set to return.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, on your feet, let's make some noise.
I have a feeling, folks, that we're going to see a lot of kickoff teams tonight for the Titans.
Adams got the ball on the tee.
ADM started the season quite promising, getting off to a 4-0 record. New head coach, a lot of excitement there, with wins over Bondurant, Farrar, Perry, Grinnell, and Boone. But then district play started, and they lost 3 in a row to Harlan, Creston, and Glenwood. Upset Winterset last week. This will be returned. Caught at the 10. He's going to bring it up the middle, try to bounce to his right, and he is stopped by a wall of Titans. So really the only thing helping this kick return team tonight is the wind knocking down the ball for Drake. That wind blowing in toward the scoreboard. So again, nice field position to start. They'll start at the 25. And Coach Hannafin's defense will settle in and try and get a stop here, as they have done on the first 2 drives this evening. They'll stick with the 4 wide. This is going to be a sweep on the outside. Running back gets some room
Over the left side.
and able to get around the edge a little bit. That was number 22, Nick Bradshaw, their second leading rusher.
On the stop. For the Titans.
Second and 4. 4 wide. Here's the snap. Going to be a bootleg. Quarterback to his right. He's got a receiver. And it's going to be intercepted by Josh Simmons. He's going to catch it, bounce to his right. And had he not run into one of his own defenders, I think he might have had a chance there. Calvin Fricky, I think, was maybe trying to block and ended up being the tackler on the play, bringing down Josh. So they ran a bootleg route there, brought the tight end across, had him open at the mid-level, about 10 yards, 10 to 12 yards downfield, but overthrows the ball right into the waiting hands of Josh Simmons. And just like that, the Titans have got it 1st and 10 at the ADM 30. There will be no let up in this Titan team, as we are 1 week away from the playoffs. So this will be full go ahead for Coach Duggan. Going to be a pass. Max throws the screen out to Mike Gittens. He's got blockers, breaks a tackle, breaks another, and Mike's going to be in for the touchdown.
Duggan again, 30 yards into the end zone for a touchdown.
We've still got 4:14 to go in the first quarter, folks, but that on that play looked like the body language of ADM looked like they're just kind of ready to move on. There was about 1 tackler that made a real effort to get Mike down, and the rest kind of just let him go by. So if that's the case, we're going to have a early ending to this game tonight here. We'll see how this goes. Drake's on to kick his next PAT. Snap is good. Hold is up. And there's the kick. So with 4:14, it's 28-0. Your Titans. One more score for the Titans will get us at that 35-point mark. Now, 35 points in the state of Iowa means there's a running clock, meaning the clock will only stop for timeouts, touchdowns, or changes of possessions. However, it doesn't take effect until the second half. So the score can be any differential in the first half, doesn't matter, but once it reaches 35 points in the second half. So if we end up going to halftime and the Titans are up by 35 or more, then once the second half starts, that running clock will start along with it. There's the Rolling Stones signifying that the Titans have scored and are ready to kick off.
Anderson, a nice spin back for your Tigers to receive the kickoff. That will place the ball on the tee.
Drake is back, marking off his steps, ready to kick. Every one of Drake's kicks here in this first half into this wind have dropped in right around the 10-yard line. We'll see what ADM's able to bring on this one. This one's gonna, right, just shy of the 10. He's gonna cut it up the middle, try to bounce it over, and we'll get it about out to the 25. Looks like it's gonna be marked just a hair short.
Ricky and Stats are on the stop.
So, ADM will take over
25,
its fourth drive of the game, fourth series. They've had 3 punts and 1 interception so far, so Coach Hannafin's defense dialed in. They're going to go with 4 wide stack receivers, inside handoff. So basically what happened there, folks, is they stacked the receivers, which means they put one receiver right behind the other. And what that does is it forces you to extend your outside linebackers out further away from the box, from the line of scrimmage. And then they try to run the inside because you clear out a few defenders. As you can see, nothing doing inside. 2nd and 10. Going to be a pass this time. They've got a back out in the flat. He's going to throw it over top this time, though. Hits a seam route. And that's to Conrad again. So his leading receiver by a mile. He hits again. Nice little seam route there. Extends the chains there. First down. Here's the snap. Going to be a handoff off the right side. Nicely defended by the Titans. He'll be tackled for a gain of about 2. Let's see where they mark it. Yeah, gain of 2. No huddle for ADM. They stack their receivers again. Twins to both sides. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Quarterback's under pressure, and Logan Jones is going to bring him down. Logan Jones from the middle tracks him down. Folks, that's a 250-pound lineman tracking down a quarterback. That's why he's got the Power 5 offers that he does, and there are more to come, that's for sure, for Logan Jones. So after the huge loss on the play, that's going to set up a 3rd and about 17 or 18. They're going to drop back the pass to throw screen. They do. They get it to number 86 underneath. And he's going to be tackled. That's Lucas Heights. He's going to be tackled for a nice little gain, but it's only going to get him past the original line of scrimmage. It's going to set up a 4th and about 7. So punt team back on again for ADM. Josh is going to be about at the 25. Here's the snap and the kick. Going to be a shallower kick this time. I think Josh is going to try it, though. He makes a man miss. He comes up. Nice little gain here. Couple hops, makes another man miss. And a nice little return. It's going to be a return of about 17 yards. So if you're wondering about the return there, folks, what you have to approach it from an offensive standpoint is that's basically almost 2 first downs now that the offense doesn't have to gain simply because Josh was able to make that return. So That's how you always look at it from a return standpoint. How many yards can we gain? It's the less work our offense has to do. Excellent field position at their own 40. Titans are going to go empty. Nope, they're going to go quads. Okay, so Titans are going to come out with 4 wide receivers to the near side. Max in there. He's going to throw the bubble. So they basically have 3 blockers out. Josh is going to run, makes a man miss, stops, makes another miss up the sideline before he's finally run out. Going to be a big gain of about 22, gain of about 22 yards. That'll put Lewis Central into ADM territory. Ball's going to be marked just, we'll call that the 38. So Titans are heading right to left with 1:24 and counting to go in this first quarter, leading 28-0. Titans will go with 4 wide trips to the far side. Here's Max in the shotgun, inside handoff to Gittens. Nice little run there. Brought a tackler with him. Had a linebacker meet him in the hole, but Mike carried him it's got to be a gain of about 7 or 8. Nice hard run. You like to see that out of your running backs. Mike's not a terribly big guy, but boy, does he run hard. Like to see that a lot. Mike's listed at 5'8", 170. Ran bigger than that on that play. Way to go, Mike. So, gain of 7 is going to set up a 2nd and 3, but you know right now with the wind in their face, Titans would like to get another score on the board so they can have that win at their back here going second quarter. They'll go 4 wide trips to the far side. Max steps up, checks the play. Here's the snap, going to be a pass. Max is going to throw it. Pretty well defended there. They had the corner and an inside linebacker on that one. Trying to hit Fedoni, maybe get a catch and get out of bounds to stop that clock. As it is, the incomplete pass will do that. Titans are going to change personnel here. All right, let's see what Titans got here. They're going to go with their 2-back, 3-receiver set. Twins to the far side. Snap, inside handoff. Mike stops, breaks the tackle, pushes forward. He's going to have the first down. So that'll stop the clock while they reset the chains. Ball inside the 25 with 18 seconds to go. And I think Titans are going to concede that is the first quarter. So we'll take a short break while we change quarters here. Titans leading after 1, 28-0. All right, folks, we're back. Want to give a couple of shout-outs here. This has become, over the weeks this season, a national broadcast. We've got people listening in San Diego, San Jose, Denver, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Wichita. I know there's several folks in Iowa listening as well. Max in the shotgun here. Here's the snap, play-action pass. He's going to throw it far side. He's got Josh on a little bit of a post route there, just outside of Josh's reach. And that'll fall incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 as we begin the second quarter. Your Titans leading 28-0. So once again, San Diego, San Jose, Denver, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Wichita. That is spanning the United States there. Very impressive. I know my folks are listening up in Osage, Iowa, and up in northern Iowa, and I'm sure we have several other people in Iowa listening as well. So welcome to the broadcast. Glad to have you along tonight. Things are rolling for the Titans here as usual. And whistle blows. That was a little discombobulated there. We'll see. Looks like timeout. Timeout, Lewis Central. All right, so give us a chance to thank Bloomworks Floral in downtown Council Bluffs, offering unique, fresh, and permanent floral arrangements, specializing in creative wedding design, amazing prom accessories, and beautiful sympathy florals. Bloomworks Floral in Council Bluffs. Thank you. All right, so let's talk here playoff-wise. Playoffs will begin next week on Friday night. Everyone in the state plays next Friday. Second round, the quarterfinal round, would be Friday, November 2nd, so the following Friday. Again, that's all classes on that night. And then we get to the semifinals, and that's where they start to split things up to share the dome. So Class 3A would play on Thursday, November 8th, and then a week later, the Thursday after that, is also the championship game, and that would be at 7 p.m. That would be on November 15th. So that's some dates of note. We know Lewis Central will be playing next Friday, and I tell you what, we have every intention of keeping that going and getting ourselves to the Dome and hopefully winning that state championship. So motion across here. Dane Norville comes across. This will balance it. He's going to throw the ball out to Brady, and Brady's not able to corral it, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Tried a little slip screen there. Slip screen is when you fake to the running back and he comes up like he's going to block, then he just slips out into the flat. So, all right, so we'll see what Coach Duggan's going to dial up here on 3rd and 10. Now, they're still within the kicking range, Drake Nettles here, and he's got the wind at his back. So if they can't convert, we'll see a field goal attempt here. Max to pass. Got a nice pocket. It's going to throw to the outside. And that's going to be outside the outstretched hands of Josh Simmons. So a little bit of a flat possession there. The only possession of the night that the Titans have not scored on. And so Drake's going to come out for his 8th field goal attempt of the season. Again, folks, he hit a 54-yarder, so distance is not an issue for Drake, and he is 6 of 7 on the season, so accuracy usually not an issue as well. So Drake to set up here. This is going to be a 42-yarder. Snap is good. Here's the hold. Kick is away. And it is good. Had to wonder a little bit about the wind. Looking at the flag, it appears the wind has died down. So as of right now, we got a nice, perfectly still, beautiful fall night. Your Titans are leading 31-0 over ADM with 11:36 to go in the second quarter. Some more shout-outs. We already called out San Diego, San Jose, Denver, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, and Wichita. And now we add to that Indianapolis, Nashville, Plainfield, Illinois, New York, and Fargo, North Dakota. So glad to have you with us here. This will be, folks, only the second undefeated season in school history for Lewis Central. So a special season and a great one for you to be a part of here. To that, mentioning the playoffs next Friday, we will be able to bring you that game with audio and visual. The state of Iowa allows you to do audio. You have to pay a fee to do visual, and that's why we've been thanking some of our sponsors as we go along here. So very happy to be able to bring you the audio and visual of next week's playoff game. The pairings won't come out until tomorrow morning. Tonight the state will announce who makes it. I'll be honest with you, my money's on us playing Spencer, but we'll see what the state devises. We'll just go from there. So, all right, Drake is ready to kick off. These are going to be some touchbacks that we see now that wind is no longer in Drake's face. I see the wind's back up again, but the wind is now at Drake's back. So you're going to see nothing but kick touchbacks here for Drake the rest of this half anyway. So Coach Hannafin's defense will come out. They have only allowed a handful of first downs. No points, obviously. See how ADM wants to attack this time. So ADM's going to go with trips to the far side. A tight end on the backside here. Play action. He's going to roll to his right. He's got a man wide open in the flat. A diving catch. They signal it complete. So a little bit of a bust there. That was basically a rub route. So the outside two receivers run inside slant routes at an angle, and the inside receiver runs an out route. So you just basically pick each other off. Okay, there's the quad look. I knew this was coming from ADM. And they have success with this one. He gets away. Basically similar to what Lewis Central did earlier. They have 4 wide receivers out there, and they throw the ball to the back receiver, and the other 3 are basically just blockers for him. That one is successful and able to move the sticks. So that'll set up a 1st and 10. Ball at the 30. They're going to stay in the quads, bring the back in with motion in the pistol now. Inside handoff, and nothing doing. I understand they're going to keep trying to run the ball inside to keep this defense honest, but they are just getting little to nothing inside with Logan Jones and Deo and the big boys inside there. Right now they've got Mason Lucy in there running the middle. This is going to be a sweep to the outside. He's going to get the edge, gain a little bit there, maybe a gain of 5. We'll see where they mark it, gain of 4 or 5. So you got Logan Jones, who's got all the speed and strength at 6'3", 250. Right now they're giving him a break, and they've got Mason Lucy in there, who's 6'3", 320. Oh, and by the way, next to him is a freshman, Hunter Deo, who's 6'3", 235. So tough sledding inside. ADM will go trips to this near side. Going to be a play action to his left. He's going to try and hit Conrad. Well defended. Had to throw that ball over the outside linebacker of Lewis Central. Would have been a heck of a throw to fit it over top of a defender. Drop it in the bucket, we call that. So now ADM is going to be forced to punt. Now the problem is now they're going to have that wind in their face. So we'll see how these punts go. These are always kind of tricky. If it gets hung up in the air, Josh is going to have to fair catch some, which he does right here. Actually gets hit there. I don't think they're going to throw a flag. One of the ADM players bumped into Josh as he was about to catch it. Usually you get a catch interference flag on that, but apparently they're going to say it was just incidental. And so the offense will take over. Now the first drive that Lewis Central had in the second quarter with the wind at their back was their least productive of all their drives. So we'll see if that wind at their back is going to actually be a bit of a problem for this offense or not. They're going to go 4 wide trips to the near side. Max looks to the side for the play. Inside handoff to Brady Miller. Brady gets north, then he cuts sideways, and then gets north again. Going to be a gain of about 14, so that's going to move the sticks. I'd like to see Brady get a little more north than east and west, and I'm sure one of the coaches down there will tell him the same. If not Dad. Coach Dan Miller's down there, Brady's dad. All right, so they're going to stick with this 4 wide trips to the far side. Titans are moving left to right on your screen, all navy blue. Max to throw. He's going to throw a tunnel screen of their own, and it is dropped.
That is pass intended for Neitzer.
Julian Neitzer with a chance there on the tunnel screen, but has it bounce off his hands. Perfectly thrown ball by Max. And so that'll set up a 2nd and 10.
Second down.
Titans are going to go 4 wide, twins to both sides. 10 on the play clock. 3, 2, there's the snap. Max to throw. And that is off the hands of Julian Neitzer again. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 10. So a little bit of sloppy play here. I know that's going to bother Coach Duggan to no end. As they're heading into the playoff run here, they want to be efficient. They want to be executing at a high level. They were in that first quarter. I don't know if they just mentally have let their foot off the gas a little bit, which is understandable when you've got a team that you're clearly better than. Sometimes you lose that competitive edge. We'll see if they can regain that via execution. Coach Duggan talking to Julian there on the side. Max back to pass. He's going to step up, got a little pressure, and that one off the mark again. So we may see Drake with his first punt of the year here, or first punt of the year, first punt of the game, sorry. Not that Drake has punted much this year either. On the season, Drake has only punted. Let me find that stat here for you. Drake's only punted 11 times on the season, folks. So just his 12th punt of the year coming up here. We'll see if Drake can pin him inside near that end zone. The snap, the kick. Going to be an angled kick to the edge. It's going to take a roll. Oh, unfortunately, stop it, please. Unfortunately, it takes an ADM bounce and bounces back away before it's finally corralled there. As it is, ball's going to be spotted at the 21 or the 22-yard line. We'll see where the official... They are going to set it at the 22. Okay, so ADM will take over. So Titans have gone 2 offensive series now without scoring a touchdown. We're able to get a field goal out of the last one by Drake Nettles. Motion across. They're going to try a jet sweep of their own, but the Titans are well defended. I mean, they were there. In fact, set the edge and forced him back in there. Jake Lear out there set the edge like he should. Great job by Jake Lear. Love that kid. Hard worker, does everything he asks and then some. And turned it back in, and he actually tried to cut back in and had nowhere to go. So gain of 0 on the first play. ADM will stick with 3 wide. They're trying an inside handoff here. And going to have a minimal gain there. Gain of about 4. We'll see. Maybe they'll give him 5. See where they mark it. Yeah, they're going to give him actually, I'd say give him 6 there. So it's either going to be a long 5 or a short 6 on the gain there. So 3rd and manageable for ADM. Here's the snap. Inside handoff again. And nothing doing. Logan Jones says hello again with a tackle for the loss. He's going to lose about 2 or 3 yards on that play, and that's going to set up a 4th and 8, 4th and 7 situation. So Josh will be back with his heels at about the 30, 40. We'll say 45 there. So here's the snap. Kick is low this time, probably unreturnable. Josh is going to take a chance. And he's going to be tackled right shy of the 50. So risky play, but I suppose when you're up 31-0, you can take a few risks. All right, so Titan coaching staff trying to get the right personnel in. All right, so Titans are going to go with 3 backs. So 2 backs and an H-back, twin receivers. Going to be Dane Norville off the side. Gets a nice block there. Tries to cut it up and does. He's going to gain about 3 on the play. Possibility of 4. We'll see where that official puts his foot. I'm going to say it's 4. Yep. So that's going to move the ball across the 50 into ADM territory. So Titans in plus territory. Ball at the 47. Ball's on the far hash. Titans are going to go 4 wide with trips to the near side. 2 high safety look by ADM. Going to be an inside handoff to Brady. Cuts left, breaks the tackle. Brady's off, and he's going to have a big gain of about 20-some, 20-plus yards on the carry. And that's going to put the Titans, I believe they're going to mark it just shy of the 21-yard line. So we are instantly back in Drake Nettles' kicking range. They're going to stay with 4 wide, trips to the near side. Little press coverage on the far side. They're going to give it to Brady again off the left side. He's got one man to beat, and he's going to be tackled just shy of the goal line there.
Tackled by Heights.
Officials are going to come running in and signal that it should be marked at the 1. Probably actually more like the 6-inch line. Titans are going to go with a heavy package here, so you're going to see what they call heavy, which is they're going to have just one receiver stay in the game. Bring in 2 tight ends and 2 backs. So this ball's going to go for a run here. Max most likely keep it, and he does, and walks in the end zone for the easy score. So with 6:15 to go in the second quarter, your Titans are now up 37-0. Drake is on to kick the PAT to make it 38. So, as I was mentioning earlier, folks, that 35-point rule. We'll pause here and let Drake make his PAT, which he does. So now they're up 38-0. That's a 35-point margin. When the second half starts, assuming that ADM does not score, then we will have what's called a running clock, and that clock will run in real time, only stopping for a penalty, for a touchdown, or for a change of possession, or I guess if a coach calls a timeout as well. So what that does is it incredibly shortens the game. You'd be amazed how fast that clock runs down in real time. Even on incomplete passes, that clock will not stop. So, all right, so Drake getting things ready. Coach Bond's got who he wants in the huddle there. We'll take a quick moment to thank Piles Photography. Piles Photography has been capturing childhood memories through school portraits, images of youth sports, and special occasions since 1946. Piles Photography. All right, Drake's waiting for the signal from the officials. He gets it. So they will set up the kickoff team. Titans moving left to right in all navy blue, ADM in all white with red helmets. Drake, here's his approach and the kick, and this should go right into the end zone, which it will. All right. So Coach Hannafin's defense pitching a shutout tonight. We'll come back on out and try and get another stop on the evening here. With 6:15 to go, got to believe that ADM probably will have this and probably one more possession. I would assume the Titans will put a few more points on the board before this half is over. All right, ADM is going to go with 3 wide, 2 backs, or 4 wide if you want to count that wing off the tackle to the far side there. He's going to roll out to his right, throw down the field, and nicely defended there. Julian Neitzer on the play. Tried a wheel route of sorts there. Nicely defended. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. ADM's going to go 4 wide this time, twins to both sides. Here's the snap. Going to be a pass. Throw to the far side, and that ball falls incomplete. A little pressure there on the quarterback in his face. Had to hurry that throw, I think, a tad bit before he wanted to. Jake Lear having himself a really good night so far there. All right, so ADM's going to switch in. Something's not right here. They've got 5. We'll see if a flag is thrown. They're going to run the tunnel screen. Okay, so something wasn't right there, folks. They had 5 wide receivers and yet had a quarterback and a back in the backfield. That should have been a flag for not enough men on the line of scrimmage. There it is. We'll see what the flag. Well, they threw a flag now. Now we'll see what it is. Referees are conferring. So, yeah, something didn't look right there. It's one thing to go what we call empty, where the quarterback's the only person in the backfield, and then you have 5 wide receivers. But on that play, they had 5 wide receivers and a running back standing beside the quarterback. So that meant they could not possibly have enough players on the line of scrimmage. Here's the call from the official.
Substitution on the offense. 12 players on the field.
Oh.
Penalty, replay down.
Okay, so that's why it looked funny. They had an extra player on there. All right, so their official wanting to know, or their coach wanting to know, I agree with him. Not that the play was legal, it's just it should have been blown dead before it even took place. So he wants to know why, and I'm sure he'll make an argument for it now, but once he sees the film, he'll see that, yeah, there was something not quite right there. So, all right, so that's going to move the ball back. Just a 5-yard penalty. So they'll move it back, and it'll be, are they saying it's going to be first down? Yeah, so a little confusion here. So the down marker on our side says third down. Okay, now they're both, okay. The far one said first down. So, all right, we're going to play action pass again to the right. He's got a man open and unable to get him. Quarterback's having a little visit with the official. I don't know that the official can help him out very much. All right, so Coach Hanifen's defense does its job. And this is going to force a punt. Now this, because of the field position, Josh is probably going to catch this in ADM territory, which is just going to set up the offense for more points. Here's the snap. The kick is away. They came after that one, and he shanked it. They're going to get away from it. It's going to take an LC bounce and be downed at the 20 or 19-yard line. So, folks, if that's the case, then that punt was actually half a yard negative from the original line of scrimmage. So, after the bounce, the Titans are going to take over 1st and 10 inside the 20 of ADM. All right, so Titans are going to go with 3 wide, 2 backs. Here's the snap. Max the throw. Going to throw a screen on the outside. Josh breaks one tackle, but not able to shake the next one. Still a gain of about 5. That's going to set up a second and manageable. Second and a long 5, short 6, whichever you want to call it. Titans will change some personnel. 5:08 and counting here in this second quarter. Titans leading 38-0. 5 seconds on the play clock. Max has got to get him set. Here's the snap. They get it off. Inside handoff to Gittens. Breaks one tackle, but not able to break the next. Still a nice gain. It's going to set up a third and very manageable here. 3rd and about 3. So ball is spotted at the 12-yard line. 3rd and 3, so the Titans can still get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Titans will go 3 receivers, twins to the near side. Max moves his H-back across to the other side. Inside handoff, no. Max is going to keep it. He's going to jut up inside, and Max is going to be in for a touchdown, dragging a Tiger with him.
13-yard touchdown run.
And so with 4:13 to go, your Titans are now up 44-0 with Drake on to kick this PAT. So now we've moved to a scoring differential of, even if ADM were to find a way to score, it's still going to be that running clock in the second half. Jonah Pomeranke's ready. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. And the PAT is good. So 45-0, 4:13 to go in this second quarter. We'll take a moment to thank Watson and Ryan Law Firm, practicing in both Iowa and Nebraska, a business and litigation firm working for a diverse client base, including businesses, financial institutions, and not-for-profit organizations, government entities, and individual clients. Watson and Ryan Law Firm. All right, folks, we'll take just a quick short break. We'll be right back for this kickoff. All right, so while Drake is getting his kickoff team all set, we'll update our shout-outs. We've got San Diego, San Jose, Denver, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Wichita, Indianapolis, Nashville, Illinois, New York, Fargo, and we've just added Detroit, Iowa City, and Ames, and the metropolis of Osage, Iowa, I know, up in northern Iowa. So keep them coming, folks. We love to hear that you're watching, and let us know. Drake's going to put this one into the end zone as usual. And ADM will come out on offense one more time. With 4 minutes to go, as fast as Lewis Central scores offensively, it's not out of the realm to think that they might be able to, ADM might have another 2 possessions yet. This and another. We'll see if they're able to get a first down and keep that clock rolling, which I'm sure they would like to do. All right, twins to both sides, going to try the flat route. Oh, dangerous pass. Calvin Fricke was right there on the coverage. Had he caught that, would have been a walk-in pick 6, but as it is, it falls incomplete. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. ADM will continue to go 4 wide. Here's the snap, going to be an inside handoff. Nice hard run by the running back. He breaks the tackle, but is dropped, or tripped up, I should say. Going to fall forward. Looks like a gain of 7 or 8. We'll see where they mark it. Nice hard run there. Yep, gain of 8, we'll call it.
3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, 4 wide. They'll go with the exact same play, inside handoff, and the exact same result. He's going to fall forward for a gain. That's going to move the sticks and set up a first down. So I would guess ADM's maybe up around 10 or 12 first downs on the night. Not very many. They're going to stack the receivers. So now if you look, you can see how far out our outside wide receivers are. And then they try the inside handoff. It's a simple way of thinking, but really causing them some problems, the talent that Lewis Central has in that inside interior line. They'll stick with 4 wide, bring motion across here. They're going to try a screen underneath. They've got it complete, but well read and well executed. Tackle made just past the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a gain of maybe 2. So they brought the motion across, tried to get the defense thinking they were going to go to the offense's left, and threw a running back screen back to the right. So 4 wide, going to be a pass to the outside, caught, complete, and knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a gain, but it's going to be short of the first down marker. It's going to bring up a 4th down. We'll see what ADM wants to do. I'm guessing they're going to go for it. It's going to set up a 4th and 2. Ball at the 40, so if you're going to do it, this is kind of the place that you do it. And I'm guessing that ADM's going to want to take a timeout and talk this over to make sure they have what they want. So while they take a timeout, we will thank Smith Davis Insurance, locally owned and operated in Council Bluffs. When you work with Smith Davis Insurance, you'll experience the exceptional service and attention to detail that you can only find with an independent agent. Smith Davis Insurance. All right, a few more shout-outs here. Singapore, Pete? Singapore as in Singapore. Okay. I don't know of many Singapores other than the one in the Pacific, but okay. Singapore. Apparently they're huge Titan fans in Singapore. All right, we'll take it. Tacoma, Washington, Lincoln, Nebraska. There we go. A little Husker flavor. Let's see, Adele, of course, DeSoto, of course, Des Moines, and Rochester, Minnesota. That would be my brother up in Rochester, Minnesota. I know who that one is. So, all right. So the Swenson clan is in and cheering for the Titans. We got that covered. All right, they're going to go for it on 4th and 2. Pass, blitz, perfect call versus the blitz. The inside screen to the running back is successful.
Gain on the stop for your Titans. Goal to play, first down.
And a really, really nice call by ADM. That's just kind of how blitzing goes. You live and die by the blitz. If you get the perfect offensive play call versus a blitz, it usually turns into a big gain. That was a huge gain in terms of moving the sticks. So ADM keeps possession, 1st and 10. They're going to throw this. This one's thrown up in the air. Oh, I'm not sure if that ball was just incredibly badly thrown or if the wind had something to do with it, but it just hung in the air. That is one, as a defender, you are just licking your chops ready to go pick off. And fortunately, the ADM receiver there did a nice job of kind of playing defense and keeping it away from Lewis Central. They're going to run another screen. So ADM has decided, rather than trying to negate all that pressure they're getting from the front of Lewis Central, they're going to use it to Lewis Central's disadvantage and throw screens right over the top. So Coach Hannafin will see what kind of an adjustment he makes. As it is, another 1st and 10. Twins to both sides. ADM to throw. Complete in the flat. And ADM's got something cooking here, folks. They're moving this ball down the field. No great big chunk plays, just nice chunks of 6 and 7 at a time. Setting up manageable 2nd and 3rd downs. Even went for it on 4th and converted. They'll stay in their doubles. Snap, going to be an inside handoff. Off the right side, running hard. That's Bradshaw. And they move the sticks. They got another 1st down. As I've mentioned earlier in the year, when the Titans get a shutout, Coach Hannafin brings donuts on Sunday to the team meeting. So donuts are on the line here as ADM is inside just right at the 20. They're going to throw it to the outside, throws it up in the air, but throws it out of bounds.
Pass was intended for Fuller, falls incomplete.
So incomplete.
Schweitzer is out there on the coverage.
And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. All right, so we got former Lewis Central player in Urbandale watching. Titan Pride, love it. And way to go, Mike Gittens' Uncle Chad watching in Ames. So love these shout-outs here. He's going to be dropped for a loss there on that play. Logan Jones all over the quarterback. So we've got a new feature, folks. If you're watching, you can see it on the screen. There's a number, if you're watching, that you can text in, and we can give some shout-outs or say some messages as we just did there. So we'd love to have you be a part of the broadcast. He's going to get pressure, throws it away, able to complete it. Another screen, slips a tackle, but not going to be able to slip a second one. It's going to be a gain, set up a 4th and see where they mark it. Keeps moving here. 4th and 3. There's 20 seconds left in the game. ADM still trying to score a touchdown. Here's the snap. They're going to try and get a pass. He's going to have pressure. Throws it to the end zone. Well defended there.
There's a 10 for Conrad. Falls.
Cody Anderson on the defense there.
Pomeranke on the coverage. Your Titans will take over.
Take that
on
back.
down,
Sorry, that's
4th
Jonah.
and 10.
Jonah Pomeranke on the defense there. Great job, Jonah. And that's going to set up. Yep. Okay, yeah, so that was 4th down. So just like that. Sorry about that, folks. Got a few things going here. That's going to set up a turnover on down. So the Titan offense will come out for one play. 11 seconds, 11 and a half seconds to be exact. Titans leading 45-0 here in the second quarter. So I'm assuming we'll see either just a handoff by Max or a kneel. My guess is a handoff. Here's the snap. There's the inside handoff. Bounces off the left. Mike Gittens. Nice little gain there. Going to be a gain of about 5 or 6. And that'll be the final play of the first half unless we have a flag. I think we might have a flag down. We do. Kind of in the area of holding. So they'll have to replay first down. While we got a moment here, we want to thank the Hub. Newly established in 2017 and located downtown in Council Bluffs, the Hub offers an amazing trampoline park with dodgeball, open bounce, dunk hoops, and airbag, all designed to create a fun family entertainment center in Council Bluffs. The Hub. All right, so quarter cannot end on a defensive penalty, but it can end on an offensive if we have the ball, and that's what the case is. So, folks, that's our first half. What a half it was. Titans all over ADM 45-0. We'll see you back after halftime. right, folks, we are back for second half action here. Your Titans up 45-0 in the first half. We've got a bunch of call-outs and shout-outs we want to do. Thank you. We've got hello from Lincoln, Nebraska. We got Go Titans from Dave Black in Houston. We got Figgy, a former player. Figgy, how you doing? Coach Swenson here, watching all the way from Fort Lewis, Washington. Good to hear from you, Fig. Go Titans and Mike Gittens from his uncle, Kurt and Ames, haven't missed a game thanks to this broadcast. We are so happy you could be a part of it, Kurt. Thank you. More from Houston, along with LC grads Terry Humphreys Black and Joe Black and Kaylin Coates Black. So people chiming in all over the place. We love it. Keep it coming, folks. We're glad to hear from you. It's a nice little addition we're able to bring you. So from Titan Field here, this is Burke Swenson. We got Megan Dermody filming for us tonight, giving you all the nice visuals, and Pete Norville on our analytics and handling all the shout-outs coming in. So glad you could be a part. Please keep watching here. We're going to have a running clock here, as I explained in the first half. So in the state of Iowa, folks, here's the kickoff from Drake. This should be a touchback. And it will be, yes, okay. So in the state of Iowa, they used to have, back in the day, back when I was coaching football, I coached high school and college football for a better part of 25 years, and they had what was called a 50-point rule. So if you got ahead of a team by 50 points, the game just ended. It just stopped right then. And then years later, they revised it to what we call a 35-point rule. So what will happen now is the clock is going to run constantly. It will not stop except for touchdowns. Now we've got a 6 receiver set here, folks, and this is a pass that's going to be intercepted by Dane Norville. The ADM quarterback having quite his struggles throwing, I would say, into the wind. There doesn't appear to be much wind tonight, but yeah, his deep ball kind of sails on him there. The first one should have been picked, and this one is. So nice job there by the Titan defense. And so the offense is going to take over, 1st and 10 at the 40. Starters are still in. You'll probably see them for 1 or 2 series here in the second half. Max to throw on a rope there, hits Thomas Fedoni on the curl. Just a nice curl route. That's going to be a gain of 20 plus.
1st and 10. Tripped up by Conrad.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving Max some time. And with it, he's able to hit pay dirt there. And so we're going to have 1st and 10 from the, I believe that's spotted at the 19. They'll go 4 wide, Max to throw. Pressure, Max is going to step up, and this time he's going to go down. It's not very often he does. I think Max got rid of it. Now we'll see what they rule there. He did get it past the line of scrimmage. Yep, okay. Heads up move there by Max. He was going to take a sure loss on the sack and threw it out of bounds. When you do that, you've got to make sure the ball goes past the line of scrimmage, and then also that there's a receiver somewhere in the vicinity. Max was able to get both those to work, even though I think that was almost a kind of over his head backwards kind of throw there, but he did what he had to save the down. Live to fight another day. So Titans will have 2nd and 10, 4 wide, twins to both sides. Max play action, steps back. He's going to throw, and over Dane Norville's hands there.
Incomplete to Norville. Heights on the carry for the Tigers.
Again, with the incomplete pass, because of the 35-point rule, this clock continues to roll. Normally it stops on an incomplete pass. So 3rd and 10. They're still already within Drake's field goal range by a mile. So we'll at the very least see Drake come out to kick another one. I know Titans would sure rather have a touchdown here. So they're going to go with 3 wide, 2 backs, Dana Cross. Inside handoff play action. It's going to be a little dump screen. Brady Miller breaks a tackle. breaks another, and then is brought down. I think that's going to be enough for a first down, so that should make it first and goal for the Titans, and it is.
Move the ball down inside the 10-yard line. First and goal.
More from our fans here. Thanks for the better resolution. It's awesome, and congratulations on tying the 96 Titans regular season record. Go Big Blue. Love it. All right, so first and goal inside the 10. Titans are going to go with trips into the boundary here. Ball's on this near hash. Single receiver up top. We'll see if Max is going to go one-on-one to Josh up in the corner. As it is, instead, it's going to be an inside handoff. And that's going to be enough for a touchdown as Mike Gittens squirts through that middle and is able to drag another defender with him in for another Titan touchdown. So as I said earlier, that 35-point rule, the clock will only stop on timeouts, on scores, on penalties, or on change of possession. So this one falling under that score category. 51-0 right now. Drake's about to make it 52. And he does. As I said earlier in the broadcast, Drake has only missed one PAT all season. So basically automatic when Drake gets back there to kick that PAT. So with 8:19 to go, your Titans are now up 52-0 after the interception by the defense on the ADM first possession. And a quick score by the offense there. Now what you're going to start to see here, folks, as we go through this second half, and we'll see how much longer Coach Duggan wants to play the starters here. You're going to start to see a lot of JV kids start to matriculate their way in. There is no more JV games on the season, so this will be their last action, most likely for the season. We've mentioned already that
What a great halftime adjustment.
we mentioned earlier that the Titans are going to host a playoff game next week, first round of the playoffs. Basically, the big picture is if you can win the first two rounds of the playoffs, you make it to the Dome, to the semis. That's what Lewis Central obviously has their eyes set on. Drake will come out and kick what we assume will be another touchback. And it will. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Drake committed this week to Iowa State. Cannot be more happy for that kid. It's a great program. I have a ton of respect for Coach Campbell and his staff and what they do in Ames, and to get a quality kid like Drake, who's just not only obviously a gifted kicker, but a great kid. Happy for his family. His dad, Bill, is one of the assistants on Coach Duggan's staff, so happy for them to get to watch him here in state and not have to travel too far. Going to be an inside handoff for ADM, and he's going to be met in the hole there. Going to be a gain of about, I want to say 3. Let's see. Yep, sure enough, a gain of 3. So ADM, again, no huddle from either team here. So a lot of plays by the time this game's over. We'll have run a lot of offensive and defensive plays. They're going to stick in the 4 wide. Going to be a pass to the side. Little hitch route is going to be connected on. Jonah Pomeranke on the stop there drives him out of bounds. The catch is going to be made for a gain of about, I think, 5. We'll see where they officially spot it. But that should set up a very manageable third and, yeah, it looks like 3rd and 2. So ADM was able to get a drive together on their last drive of the first half, but no points from it. So they'll inside handoff here again. I know one thing Coach Hannafin stressed at halftime was they've got to do a better job defending the screens, and ADM is very good at their screen game. They ran a lot of screens to receivers, screens to tight ends, screen to running backs there in that first half, particularly the second quarter. So they're going to stick with the 4 wide inside handoff. He breaks a couple of tackles, and Conrad on 4th down is going to convert and move the chains. Hard runner that. Sorry, not Conrad, but Bradshaw. I apologize there. That's Nick Bradshaw. Hard running by the senior. Lewis Central makes some changes in personnel on defense. They're back to pass ADM is. Here's the throw.
Pass.
Up
Right
top
side.
and going to be overthrown and out of bounds.
Over the head of Anderson, who attended. Tom Recchi on the coverage.
So the incompletion is going to set up 2nd and 10. Ball's out to the 37 yard line. They'll stay with 4 wide, twins to each side. Here's the snap, going to be a pass. Snap was low, it's going to be a screen.
Screen to the middle.
And the tunnel screen works.
Conrad on the reception.
So basically their quarterback catches it and just retreats and invites the defensive line to come tackle him. Well, as they are pursuing him, that allows the offensive line to start to work its way downfield and set up blocks on that next level of defenders on the linebackers. As it is, it results in another first down.
Smith pass.
Little quick hitch on the outside is going to be complete for a gain of about 5.
Anderson on the reception for the Tigers.
Screen game is something that's very hard to be good at. You have to rep it and rep it and rep it. Obviously, ADM spends a lot of time on that part of their game. They'll stay in this 4 wide, twins to each side. Back to pass. He's going to throw it up top. He's got a man open. And it's intercepted. Intercepted by Jordan Wardlow there. So the ADM quarterback, on his deep ball, his release is really high, and so the ball just floats. It just arcs up there, and what that does is it allows the defense to gain and track the ball and get there when the ball gets to the receiver. So if he could have thrown that ball, what we call a 2 ball, a little bit lower, then that probably would have been a touchdown. But as it is, since he lofts it up there, the defense is able to get some action in on it. So we're going to see a ton of changes here, folks. There's not going to be any offensive starters for Lewis Central anymore in this game. And this is the problem, which you see there. So Lewis Central's going to have to take a timeout. So they didn't have all the personnel they need. Players looking at the sideline with their arms open. Coaches looking now, trying to find people. So we'll take just a short break here, folks. We'll be back and see if we can get a handle on who all's in now for the JV. We'll be right back. All right, folks, so we won't be nearly as good on the names here because we're going to have people in and out. They're going to substitute a ton. As it is, the Titans are going to take over inside the 10-yard line. Going to be a pass to the outside. Jonah Pomeranke on the catch. Makes a move, makes a man miss. Gets himself out near the 20. You will be hard-pressed to find a better kid at Lewis Central than Jonah Pomeranke. Love that kid. Just absolute great at everything he does. Tries his best. Happy for him to have success there. And as it is, that catch results in a first down. So, all right. So, let's see. Titans are going to go with 3 wide receivers, 2 backs, twins into the boundary. Here's the snap. Inside handoff. Runs inside, makes a man miss, and then brought down. See if I can get some names here for you. That was Logan Katzer on the run.
Tackle made by Bradshaw. Second down.
2nd and 7, we'll call it a short 7, long 6, whichever you want to call it. I guess I'd probably lean more towards 6 now. So they'll stay in this formation. I assume we'll see this for the most part here. 2 backs, 3 receivers. Here's the snap. Inside handoff again.
Pull this hands off to half.
fighting hard for yards, just not much there. That'll be another gain, so it's going to set up just a 3rd and 2.
Harsh
So
on
very
top of
manageable.
Tigers. Third down.
So 3rd and 2. We're already, folks, down to the 2:20 mark in this third quarter. That running clock is just in real time. It's almost incredible how fast the game goes here. So 3rd and 2, ball at the 25-yard line of the Titans. A little motion here. Look for a inside handoff. No, it's going to come around the outside edge. Quarterback tries to keep. He gets the edge a little bit here. We'll see how far. They're going to say he was tackled inbounds, and it's going to be enough for a first down. So that'll move the chains. That'll set the ball up at 1st and 10 at the 29. So very methodical here now. So the play calls are going to come in a little more slowly. We're already down to 10 seconds on the play clock. And I'm sure the quarterback will wait until there's under 5 to snap it. There's the inside handoff to Katzer. Brett cuts it back. Moves it forward. Offensive line doing a nice job trying to stay on blocks and sustain them. I believe ADM still has in their starters on defense, so this is really good to see the JV able to move it on a varsity squad. Might be a few players sprinkled in for ADM there that aren't starters, but quite a few numbers look familiar. All right, so 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff and throw. That ball's thrown, bounces off. So the ball got to Jonah before he was ready for it. Bounced up in the air, and I'll tell you what, there were 3 ADM players right there, and somehow it fell to the turf. So what probably should have been an interception, luckily for the Titans, falls. And that, folks, is going to be the end of the third quarter, just like that. So we'll take a short break. We'll come back for the fourth. Your Titans leading 52-0. Okay, folks, so here we go. This is the start of the fourth quarter. Titans leading 52-0 over ADM here in Week 9. Titans are assured an undefeated season, just their second in school history. The JV is on now for Lewis Central, and that pass is thrown behind the intended receiver. That's going to bring up 4th down. I guess I was thinking this was going to be 4th down, but the marker on the far side still says 2nd down, so not quite sure how that works. The one on our side says 4th down, so now they just switched it. So all right. So the starting punt team back on to do the duties here. Here's the snap. Drake with the kick. This is going to be fielded at about the 40. Bounces and hits an ADM player. Now the question is, who did it hit first? They're going to signal Titan ball. So the returner was back considerably further than the punt. So as he was screaming up trying to catch it, there were people blocking for him. The ball bounced off one of the ADM players. And so by rule, if it touches ADM and is open and free, then anybody can pounce on it. And the Titans do just that. So the punt ends up being a big offensive play, basically, for the Titans. Gets the ball out to the 50-yard line. Ball's on the near hash. We'll see a 3-receiver, 2-back set here. Here's the snap. Inside handoff. Nice run up inside. Katzer up the middle is going to be a first down. Runs into and past the official there. And that'll just keep things rolling. Ball's inside the 40. Titans in plus territory now. Looks like JV on both sides of the ball now. JV defense for ADM and our JV offense. Likely the last game for our JV kids. Certainly the last game for ADM's. So when this game is finished, let's see if I can find our district standings here. So Lewis Central obviously will remain undefeated in the district. They'll go 5-0. Undefeated on the season. ADM will fall to 1-4 in district play. 5-4 though, so they hang on to a winning season. That's important when new coach comes in, takes over. You're trying to build something. You want to be able to hang your hat on a winning season, and ADM will retain that. Titan offense ready to go. Twins to the far side. Inside handoff again. Logan Katzer shakes a tackle. Runs forward for what's going to be a first down. So now this JV unit's starting to find its rhythm here. We're already down to 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in this fourth quarter, folks. So running clock really chewing up time. So 3 receivers, Twins to the near side. Going to be a pass off the hands of Filippo Buzzati. Exchange student there. We want to send a thank you out to Risney Photo for providing the picture of our senior football players you have seen on the screen. Very appreciative of that. That's going to be a memory those boys hold on to for a long, long time, able to look back and see their fellow seniors that made this season so special. Inside handoff, Katzer, nice job. The offensive line's providing Logan with some nice lanes there to run through. He's doing some of the work himself, but that initial wave of the line is clear. So, folks, let's set up next week. So, all of the playoff games will be next Friday in all classes, and they all start at 7 p.m. So we'll be back here to broadcast just like we always have. The staff will not find out who they play. They'll release at midnight tonight on the Iowa High School website. They'll release the teams that made the playoffs, but they won't release the pairings yet. That'll come out Saturday morning at some point. So, based on RPI, Lewis Central is number 2 in Class 3A in RPI. RPI is the ratings schedule, the ratings percentage index, they call it, that determines basically how strong of a team they think you are based on who you've beaten and who your opponents that you played have beaten. Sergeant Bluff, who Lewis Central blew out in week 1, is actually number 1 in RPI, and Lewis Central number 2. Now we'll see if it stays that way after the games tonight. I believe Sergeant Bluff was playing someone that they should beat, but we will see how that goes. Hopefully the state is smart enough. The 2 dominant 3A teams on this side of the state have been Sergeant Bluff and Lewis Central the entire season. Sergeant Bluff's only loss is to Lewis Central. So we will see. Hopefully the state's smart enough not to match those 2 teams up before at least you get to the Dome. If you've got 2 dominant teams on this side of the state, you'd like to see them advance to the Dome at least. But we will see. Xavier out of Cedar Rapids, Solon both over in eastern Iowa are 3 and 4 in the RPI. So we will see how this all shakes out. All right, Lewis Central's got a 4th down, 4th and 8 here. We'll see what they're going to do. They're going to go for it, but we'll see how they do here. This is kind of in no man's land. Here's the snap, going to be a pass. Going to throw it deep and vertical and not able to get there. So Titans will turn it over on downs to ADM with 5:06 to go in the game.
ADM will take over on down.
I mentioned to you earlier, I'm thinking most likely that Lewis Central will end up with Spencer in that first round, but we'll see. Other teams that have a potential to make it in western Iowa, obviously Sergeant Bluff, obviously Lewis Central. Bishop Heelan out of Sioux City will almost certainly make the playoffs, but we'll see how it shakes up there. You had Sergeant Bluff, Spencer, and Heelan all kind of duking it out for those spots. Harlan has a shot at making it. Their RPI, they're still in the top 10 in RPI. And then Spencer a couple spots below them. So we will see who. Obviously, Lewis Central will be favored in every game they play, regardless of RPI. Even if they had to meet Sergeant Bluff again, having blown them out earlier in the season, you will assume that Lewis Central will be favored in that game. Here's the snap. They're going to try and throw a screen again. They do, and he's got it. He's going to get to the outside. So that's Bradshaw. So that's their starting running back here, still playing in here against our JV defense. And yeah, that looks like their starting offense. Yeah, so they've got their starters back in on offense. You take that for what you will. Typically, you like to see teams understand that if one's playing their JV, it's the right thing to do to play yours, but so be it. ADM wants to put some points on the board here. They're going to run a tunnel screen underneath, and that's thrown over the hands of the receiver. So we're down to 3:15 and counting in the game here. ADM going fast, trying to get a score. All right, they stack their receivers, twins to both sides. Inside handoff, there's Bradshaw again. And our JV hanging in there. You have to understand, folks, our JV is typically running the opposing team's offense, so they haven't practiced against screens and such, so we'll see if this continues. We're going to get some pressure here. They're going to continue to throw the screens, and they do. Inside, that's going to be completion and a first down, so that'll advance the chains. Obviously, the Titans have bigger things to worry about, so they won't be putting any offensive varsity starters back in the game. Here's the snap, going to be a pass. Should have been a holding call there, but was not. Quarterback's going to throw it deep into double coverage. Now a flag comes out. Looks like they're going to call some interference here. Should have been a flag for holding back here, but was not. We'll see what the call is. My guess is it's going to be defensive pass interference. So pass interference is called on the defense. So, well, this will leave a little bit of a sour taste in Coach Duggan's mouth, but it is what it is. So Coach Duggan will be classy and take the high road on it, but doesn't necessarily have to. So, all right, 2 minutes exactly to go in the game. 4 wide for ADM. Here's the snap. They're going to throw the ball out, thrown over top. Well defended by our JV. Read that really well.
Wardlow out there on the coverage for the Titans.
All right, so 2nd and 10. Ball at the 12. Inside handoff. And he's going to be tackled. Nice job by our JV defense.
Bradshaw again for a short gain.
Playing against a varsity starting team for ADM, and they are holding their own. We've got a player down. We're going to take a short break here. ADM's got a player down on the field, so we'll take a short break while they tend to him, and we'll be back for the last 1 minute and 22 seconds of the game. Titans leading 52-0. All right, folks, so we're back here for the final 1 minute and 22 seconds. ADM is driving here on our JV defense. Here's the snap. Going to be an inside screen just over the hands of a defender. Completed, and it's going to be stopped at, I believe, the 1 yard line.
Down inside the 5 yard line. First and goal.
So 1st and goal for ADM. You can probably tell from the tone of my voice, not crazy about their starters playing our JV defense, but it is what it is, and ADM puts their first points to the board on with 47 seconds to go. So Titans now lead 52-6. No donuts for the defense. Boy, that's going to hurt. Coach Hannafin looks forward to those defense. I know he brings them in for the players, but he always has himself 1 or 2 or 5, and he'll know I said that, so that's fine. All right. So the swinging gate, ADM will set up for their PAT try.
Home can't the extra point.
Here's the snap. There's the kick. And it's good. So Titans will get one more crack at it here with 47 seconds to go. Titans are going to win the game and go to 9-0 on the season, district champions. And we'll host a playoff game next Friday. I don't think there's anything else I had statistics-wise or anything to share. Obviously, playoff time means it's everybody's 0-0. If you're in the playoffs, you got a shot, and you either advance or go home. So Coach Duggan, with all his years and all that success at St. Albert, will have the team ready to go, mentally and physically prepared, and they'll be ready to go here on their home field next Friday. We'll be here to call all the action. So please join us next Friday. The season's been fun, but obviously the playoffs is where you make your hay, so to speak, and And that's going to ramp up the excitement and yet the anxiety and everything that comes with it. That's the joy of sports. So we hope to have you join us next Friday at 7 for our broadcast. We'll have that out on social media, of course, and everything. Have you ready to go. ADM's lined up here, getting ready to kick off. And here's the kick. It's going to be a short, kind of a squib-type kick. And Dane Smartley's just going to go ahead and take a knee there. No need for him to take a shot and get tackled by someone when the game is already decided. So our JV team will take the field. I think we maybe will have time for one play. I don't know. We'll see. Nope, won't even need to run a play. So, all right, folks. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for chiming in. We were happy to have you. Pete Norville running our analytics and our computer system. Megan Dermody doing our filming. This is Burke Swenson saying goodnight from Lewis Central Field. Your Titans are undefeated district champions and win 52-7.